So continuing on with update 1.27.1, we also have a new battle pass. Now this is not going to be a continuation of the new battle pass that is going to happen, so you can't get your token tanks or anything like that. This is just a separate standalone battle pass, which is getting you a tank at the end if you do choose to do the improved pass. This battle pass is the Rambo Battle Pass, and at the end of it, you can either get completely for free Sylvester Stallone as Rambo with custom voice lines.
So, this is what defeat feels like.
Or if you do purchase the improved battle pass, which would set you back 3,500 gold, and I do not recommend you purchase it with all 50 stages, because that would be 16,000 gold, and quite a waste of gold in general. But if you were to purchase the improved battle pass, you can get Rambo tank as well. Yes, it's literally called Rambo. As you can tell, there are 50 stages, and that is 2,500 points needed to complete the entire thing. Now, some of you are probably wondering why I made this video so late, and that is simply because I don't really care about the teaser videos and stuff like that. I'll just wait until it's actually in the game, and then when on the day of release, you then get a video to know exactly when that day is. But either way, this battle pass is not going to be too bad, I guess. Well, at least it's not too bad if you play Onslaught a lot. Because the way that you earn points in this, there are no special vehicles or anything like that. There is literally just random battles and Onslaught. Now for random battles, this is how you're going to earn your Battle Pass points. For the top 3 by XP, on a win you earn 7, and for a loss you earn 5. For the top 10 by XP, for a win you'll earn 5, and for a loss you'll earn 3. Which means that if you come in the bottom 5, you don't get any points towards the Battle Pass, even if you win. And to be honest with you, I do fully agree with this kind of method of not giving Battle Pass points to the bottom 5, because it flushes out any bot programs that may be trying to just cheese the Battle Pass and just spam battles and do it that way. So I fully agree with that. But you need to also remember that the amount of games where you get 0 damage players shouldn't be too bad to come in the top 10. And if you were playing Onslaught, if you're top 2 by prestige points, for a win you earn 5, and for a loss you earn 3. And for the top 5, 3 for a win, 1 for a loss, and top 7, which means that you just are in the team, and you win, you gain 1 point, and 0 for a loss. You can earn up to 70 Battle Pass points a day just by completing the daily missions. If we go to them over here, you'll see that each day there are 3 new missions, and then a bonus mission, which will give you 25 to complete. And these are really not that difficult. Cause damage to 3 enemy vehicles in a battle, 5 enemy vehicles in a battle, and then 3,500 base experience. I can do this in like 5 games. I mean, 5 games for the base experience, and then this I can do in 1 game. But they do all stack, so you could complete all in one game if you were lucky with your missions, and you can re-roll them if you want to. And then after you complete all of that, you'll then get a bonus mission, which you can then get another 25 Battle Pass points from. But all of these daily missions that you see here can be completed in Onslaught. You don't have to do them in the random queue if you don't want to. There are no separate missions for Onslaught or anything like that. Like what you see here, where if we just go over here, all of these daily missions, they can be completed in Onslaught. This up here is your weekly missions. You don't earn Battle Pass points for these. Which means that if we go and calculate this, you would have 70 points per day times by 14, which is 980 points that you can then knock off the total of that 2,500. Which means that you then have 1,500 points that you would need to accumulate on your own just by playing the game. Now, if we go back to that how to earn points, you can then get a rough idea of how many games it's going to take you to actually complete this. Let's just remember that this is 1,500 that we need as a total, or 1,520 that we need as a total. And let's say that you earn 5 Battle Pass points a game in the random queue. Now, if you do 1,520 divided by 5, that is 304 games that you would need to play in the random queue over the 14-day period, which would be roughly 22 games a day. And if we consider that you could probably get about 10 to 12 games an hour, about 2 hours a day. But that is for someone that is, I would say, competent at the game and pretty well versed in what they're doing. You come in the top 10, you win a few, you lose a few in the top 3, or you come, get 7 points in the top 3 every now and again. So on average, you're gaining 5 Battle Pass points. If you were, for instance, only earning 3 Battle Pass points on average, which is then going to be quite a little bit more, that's 506 games that you're going to have to do on average. And that is, 36 games a day, which is then like another hour and a half that you're probably going to have to add to your total amount of playtime per day. So it's definitely not easy, and it's definitely not going to take you like no time at all. But you also need to realize that there are point limits within the game as well. What I mean by this is above each of my tanks here, you'll see that it's got 0 out of 700. And if we just hover over one of these, it will say your Battle Pass points, 0 out of 700, tells you about how you can earn them, and it says reward for reaching the points limit is 35 Battle Pass points. So I can accumulate 700 points on my Centurion Action 10 right here, and then after that, it will then give me a bonus of 35 points for completing it. The way that you can do this really, really easily, though, is by playing tier 4 or 5, because it's gone all the way down to that tier. And the really nice thing about this is that it's only 70 Battle Pass points that you need to accumulate to then get the bonus. So you could play any of these tier 4s, and then you gain an extra 15 Battle Pass points on top. So you play tier 4, tier 5, get your Battle Pass points maxed out, get the point limit reached, get the bonus points, move on to another tank. So you can really quickly gain Battle Pass points just by doing that, which then just drastically lowers the amount of points that you're going to need. And your average points per game will also go up, because if you're gaining this much, especially at a lower tier as well, where you can just farm a lot of points and people aren't as good, you know, you don't need to go and play higher tier for some like ego thing or whatever. Go and play tier 4. If you're an average player or a casual player, just go and play low tier. Get all the Battle Pass points and get the commander for free. So if you do want to gain them very, very quickly, tier 4 is the best. You then have tier 5, which will also give you 15, but it's a little bit more points per tank. For tier 6, this is probably not really worth it, because you're gaining the same amount of points for the limit reached, but it's 100 points now instead of just the 70 from the tier 4. Tier 7 is actually where it starts to step up to then 20 points, but again, you're now at 250 points needed to actually do the point limit. So I think that tier 4 is by far your best bet for just grinding out a load of points and just completing the Battle Pass as fast as possible. Either way, hopefully this was helpful. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one.